Hey everybody, welcome back to 12 Weeks of Christmas. This is week number 2. If you're new here, my name is Leslie Benson. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I teach people how to make fun, cute, beautiful cards, memory keeping pages, and home decor items. Today is week 2 of 12 Weeks of Christmas. If you have not subscribed to my mailing list, please do so. I'll put a link down below in the description so that you don't miss 1 week of our really over-the-top projects. Let's turn the camera around. I'm going to pull my camera here and let's get started. When you subscribe to the 12 Weeks of Christmas, you will also get a full color, step-by-step PDF. Excuse my arm there. I reach. Hello. For each project. So you'll have the video tutorial embedded in the email that you will receive each week, along with a link to download the PDF instructions. So I hope you do that. And while you're here, subscribe to my channel. This is what we're going to make today. These are little gift tags. They are, you could use them for a little tree ornament as well. They are shaker ornaments. I'm so excited about them. They're very easy to put together. I am using a bundle by Stampin' Up!, the Spruced Up bundle, which includes the stamp set along with the coordinating dies. And they are a mess in here, but there are dies for all the little images that are in the stamp set and a few extras. So the bundle, when you buy the stamp set along with the dies, you save 10%. And you can shop for everything up at my Stampin' Up! Store, leslie.stampinup.net, or there's a link down in the description below that you can just click on that and it'll take you right there. I was going to show you a couple of items that I have made using this bundle. I just love it. It's just kind of whimsical. And kind of old-fashioned, I think. Here is a scalloped card. I'll put a link to this project as well. And then here is a shaker card, which we made during, I think, one of my Coffee and a Card or Make It Mondays Facebook Lives, but you will find that in my YouTube channel as well. And I'll put a link to this project as well. Here is a another gift tag. It's a lot larger. I use circle dies and the dies from the Spruced Up bundle to have a card and a coordinating gift tag. It's just so much fun. Okay, to start off with, I'm using the red glimmer paper, and I've cut a piece of that. They come 6 by 6 in a package. You get real red, which awesome for Christmas, Valentine's Day. And you get the white. So pretty. I've used the white here and the real red, and for our project today, I'm going to use the real red. And then I'm going to use some other dies. These are the Beautiful Shapes dies to frame these out. I'm using the largest octagon and then the third largest octagon to make the frame. And these nest inside of each other perfectly. And I have already done this. I've run it through my die cutting machine, and you're going to end up with a frame like this. I'm going to save this one for, I'll make another one when we get off here. And then you're also going to want to cut with the largest octagon a piece of window sheet. And then you're going to take some DSP. I've tried real white behind, and it needed something, so I like to use some DSP to give it a little something something there behind the sequins. So I've taken a piece of the Sweetest Christmas DSP. Oh, I got a little piece of washi tape there. I'm going to use this green stripe, and before I cut the largest octagon out, I'm going to adhere this DSP to the basic white cardstock. These also measure 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. All of this information will be over on my blog as well. But if you are on my mailing list, you will get this. You will be the first to receive this in your inbox with links to all the directions. Okay, the reason I put the white behind is just to make it a little sturdier, and then we can stamp our to from on there pretty easily. So I'm going to cut this out. I'm going to take a little washi tape just so it doesn't shift on me in the machine. And I'm going to use my mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss. It's the perfect desktop size. And I apologize if this shakes my camera when I'm doing this. And I'm going to run it through once and once more because we have 2 layers on there. We have the designer series paper and the basic white. So there we go. There's our octagon. Now we're going to use that die cutting machine here in a minute again. But we can start putting our little ornament together, or our little gift tag together. These are over the top gift tags. So I will be looking for some wrapping paper this season that will go great with these gift tags. I'm going to use some multi-purpose liquid glue. This is a well-loved glue, as you can see. It's my favorite liquid glue. And like I said, I will list all the products I'm using in today's project down below if you are interested in any of them. Okay, I put the glue on the back of that glimmer paper frame, and then I'm just going to lay the window sheet right on top. So we've got like our little peekaboo window that we're going to attach to the base of our tag. But before I do that, before I attach everything, I want to go ahead and use the to and from sentiment. Got a little tape on there. I'm going to decide how I want this, if I want the stripes to go sideways or up and down. I don't think it matters. In fact, they're going to have to go sideways if we're going to keep it at this orientation, which I think I will since the others are. But you could even put your little handle or ribbon on this orientation as well. So I'm going to go ahead and take some Memento Black and just put my to from right here on the back. It's going to be waiting for the wrap. And then I forgot to insert my cording between the designer series paper and the, so I'm going to see if I can pry it up a little bit. The glue hasn't had too much time to dry. If not, we can just tape it behind, but it's so much neater if you put that cording between the designer series paper and the basic white. I don't want to tear this, so I'm going to be very, very gentle. And that's probably enough. So I've just got some gold cording that I'm using. This is Stampin' Up. I believe it's retired, but we do have some other gold cording that replaced this. So I will list that if you're interested in that. And then I kind of crisscross them at the bottom to give it a little bit of a, I don't know. And then I'm going to just take a piece of washi, or I could use some Scotch tape. to secure it between those two sheets of paper, and I might have to trim it down a little bit since I should have done this first, but we're going to make it work. There we go. I'm going to trim this down just a tad. My ribbon doesn't want to stick to my washi. There we go. Scooch that over because I want it right in the middle. There we go. See how much neater that's going to look in the back. We could have adhered it to the back, but I like to do it this way. I'm a little particular that way. So I'm going to put a little bit more of my liquid glue and glue that back down. So before you glue your DSP to your basic white cardstock, remember to put your cording there in between. You could probably even punch a hole before you adhered it to the front and do it that way. Okay, now to give the space for the little sequins, I'm going to use our adhesive strips, foam adhesive strips, and I'm just going to put, this is going to be so easy because these are just angles and lines. There's no curves. So I'm just going to go around the inside of my octagon piece here, my window. And this is just to give it space for those sequins to just shake, shake, shake. And it's going to adhere it to the back of our tag, and it's also going to keep those sequins right in the middle, in the center of the window. So that's why I'm putting the adhesive, foam adhesive strips closer to the inner edge than the outer edge. Okay. They come in a pack like this. You get 2 sheets. They last forever. I have had that package forever. Okay, now I have just taken some, I think I got these at a craft store at one point. I think I got them for my grandkids to do projects with, but they had perfect Christmas colors in them, so I am going to use those. If you had some large size glitter, I tried some finer, smaller glitter between 2 window sheets, and I did not like how it looked. I preferred these larger sequins, and I might have a few too many. Let's see what we're gonna. Oh, I like that. Okay, I'm gonna discard these and save them for later. Then we're gonna pull off this backing on the adhesive strips. You could even put some little buttons in lieu of the sequins. I also, here's one of the images. They're little candy canes that I stamped and die cut out. That would be cute to put several of those in your shaker elements. Just something tiny that's going to shake around. And then this is the hardest part, is just making sure everything's lined up. I think we did pretty good. So there is your little tag, and then we're going to embellish it a little bit. This one I embellished with the snowflake image from the stamp set. The size of these images is just perfect. This one I used the smaller Christmas tree and the little gift, and then this one I thought we'd use the ornament. So I'm going to take a piece of basic white cardstock and some crushed curry. I want this ornament to look look gold. And when I use my photopolymer stamps, I always like to use my paper piercing mat, just to give it a little cushion. Sometimes I think it helps to give it a more crisp image. It's an option. You can try with or without. I always say if you don't have a paper piercing mat, try a mouse pad. It also probably depends on the surface you're using. I think I went overkill on the ink there. So there's my little ornament. And then I'm going to cut that out with the die. And I'm going to show you these fun dies. They have outlines. And I'm also going to cut out a little topper, ornament topper, out of some gold foil while we're at it. You'll notice these snowflakes, I used the outline in a pool party color. I cut out the snowflakes and then I cut out another one using pool party, and I'm going to show you what I'm talking about when we cut this out. The dies are called outline dies, spruced up outline dies, and you'll see what I'm talking about when we cut this ornament out. And you'll also see on this card that I created, there's a white outline. The die did that. And then on these shaker cards as well, I just used the outline die. So, or the outline that when you cut it out, it creates. So I'm going to do that just so you can see what it does, the magic of it all. I just love these. I am drawn to this set, this bundle over and over again. So we're going to cut out our ornament and our little ornament topper. Okay, so there you can see the little outline. And you can use those in various ways. We're not going to use it for this project. And I have already glued these together before I started filming. So I've got an ornament right here. And I chose the crushed curry just because I wanted kind of an added color besides the green and the red. And then I'm just going to put a little bit of this liquid glue on the glitter. And we're going to plop our ornament right there. And that is the tag. Now, I think I'm going to do this too. I don't know if the camera's picking that up, but these are little string of lights. So let me show you how I did those, just to give it a little extra. There's a die. There's not a coordinating stamp to go with this die. And I meant to cut that out when we did our ornament, but we can do this real quick with the leftover. Here we go. It's the tiniest little string of lights, and I think it's adorable. I think it would coordinate really well. I'm going to go ahead and cut that over here. With several of our winter and holiday stamp sets. So what you get is just this little strip, and you can cut that out in any color you want. I just did it in the basic white, and we're going to color these with our Stampin' Write markers. I'm going to pause for a minute, go grab my markers, and I'll be right back. Okay, I've grabbed some Stampin' Write markers. You could use some Stampin' Blends as well, and I pulled colors that came out of the DSP. So I've got some Pool Party, some garden green, some real red, and then I pulled the crushed curry that goes with my ornament. And all I did on these was just, it's the perfect amount of, I'm going to take a little Post-it note so I don't get all over my grid paper. I can reuse it. I think I did it this way. I just colored these ornaments. Now, let me remember how I did this. I used a little washi tape just to make it a little easier. Or if you have some repositional tape, that'll work too. And then I just colored every third one. This is the real red. And the pool party was next. I put the blue next to the real red. Oops. And then the crushed curry. And the garden green's going to bring it all together. Right now it looks a little bit of a hot mess. Okay, and then I took the garden green and I just colored in the cord. And you get the idea. So at the end, it's going to look like this. And I just thought it was adorable. I can't wait to use this with some other sets I have. But I thought I would attach that kind of on my ornament to make it look like we're just getting the tree set up and we've got everything going on over here. So I'm just going to take a little bit of my multi-purpose liquid glue. And just the tiniest bit on the back of this. And if we leave some kind of curled up, it looks pretty dimensional, like the cord is just kind of hanging out there. So that is the shaker tags, and they would also make cute little ornaments to put on a small tree or just kind of to stick in your Christmas tree. But that is week number 2. Here, let's do this. We'll do red, white, and red. That is week number 2 of the 12 weeks of Christmas. Thanks so much for watching, and make sure you subscribe and go over to or click the link below to receive those emails every week so you don't miss one of the projects. They come out every Tuesday. All right, we'll see you next week.